Hi there, this is Fei Wu from Face World, and in this video I want to show you how to set up your Google Ads to target in-stream videos on YouTube. So what it means is sometimes when you arrive at a YouTube video, for example, interview with Chris Voss, because that's the example I will be using, and you're watching this really popular video, most likely, and all of a sudden, right before this video, there's a short ad that goes on for however many seconds, 5, 15, 30 seconds, and you have the option to kind of click into and explore that video instead, and that's what I'm going to show you. And the reason why this is such a great technique is, number one, it's actually easy to set up. Number two, if the user doesn't watch for more than 30 seconds of your video, you actually don't pay. So that's what I'm trying to show you. And a lot of these YouTubers, especially independent creators, find this method to be really helpful and time saving, budget saving, because you don't pay if the conversion, so-called watch time more than 30 seconds, isn't counted towards your ad. So it's a great way to build awareness. If you are an independent musician, create a new music video, or if you're an artist proposing a new way of creating your art, or in my case, a podcaster and videographer, and I simply want to just build awareness for the videos that are already performing pretty well on my channel, or the ones that I feel like are hidden gems, and I want more people to be exposed to it. So let me go ahead and show you some of these examples. For example, we have interviewed this gentleman named Chris Voss, and he was an ex-FBI hostage negotiation expert. And after a very successful interview with him, and this is an audio interview, by the way, with more than 3,100 views, we then follow up another video. Let me see if I can just show you guys. So this is the original video. And this new video that we did was with one of his clients named Tara Cardinal. So this one has a little over 1,000 views and some upvotes and some comments here, but nothing too dramatic. And I thought, you know what, I want to use this example to promote this video, especially this one is actually some videos involved and not just audio. Now let me come back to Google Ads. When you first log in, their user interface is a little bit confusing, and that's why I want to record this new video. As of October 2019. There are a lot of videos on YouTube already, but many of them are recorded even back in 2018. You will see that there are a lot of discrepancies with the user interface that you're going to look at. So without further ado, let me just clarify step by step, click by click, so you can follow exactly what we do to set up an in-stream video ad. Let's get started. Once you come in, you're going to see your existing video and your existing ads, and make sure that you have all campaigns selected here at the top. And you're going to see, again, the ad that's either already running or it's under review. And there is something really easy to ignore is this blue button. So have you select campaigns and then click on this blue button to create a new campaign. Simply click on new campaign, and in these options right here, I'm going to recommend that you choose without a goals guidance. So this is going to basically expose you to all the campaign types. And here what I'm going to show you is video. Of course, you can use it for other things as well, for search, for app, for display ads, for shopping around. You can have different goals to drive leads and traffic to your website. But in our case, I'm going to show you an in-stream video ad. So let's click on video. Once you click on video, the good news is there are a bunch of different subtypes, and we're not an agency specializing in running these Google ads, but the good news is you can click on learn more and learn all the details related to all these campaign subtypes. For the purpose of this video, once again, we want to choose custom video campaign. Takes a second to load up, and you have all these confirmations at the top, so we need to give the campaign a name, really any name. So here I'm going to say Voss and Cardinal interview on Face World. So something that I can recognize and remember. And the bidding strategy here, this is why I wanted you to choose the custom campaign, because if you lead with brand awareness, that's going to limit you to only target CPM. For some reason, it's very strange, or target CPA. So here we want to use maximum CPV. And if you don't know what these options are, always click on the question mark icon. As you can see, maximum CPV is your bid amount, is the most that you want to pay per view. I find maximum CPV to be the easiest to understand. And you want to do a campaign total. You can specify the total amount you want to spend on this campaign, or you can do daily. So for me, it gives me the clarity to say, I want to run it for 5 days or 7 days. I'm spending X amount of money. So if you're starting this for the first time, I recommend you start with a smaller amount. So again, $3, $5 is pretty standard. So here I'm just going to say $5 a day. And start date as soon as the ad is approved. And you can see end date here says none. So for me, I always prefer to set an end date. So you click on edit, and to set an end date, I want to do that basically a week from now. And you can choose a day that you're comfortable with. And very quickly, right? So you can calculate 5 times 6 days or 7 days. That's about $30. So actually, I'm going to make it even smaller. You can actually go as low as you're comfortable with. So $3 a day, that's about, let's see, $15, $18 per the 6 days span. And also because ad typically takes about 3 to 4 hours to be approved. Or if you're setting this up during the weekend, it could take up to, a day or so. Let's click on delivery method. Standard, that's fine. Accelerated, it will possibly exhaust your budget a little bit faster. So standard is the recommended. Now let's take a look at networks. Click on the drop down, the networks. Here, we really want to focus on video, meaning having the ads appear on YouTube videos and channel pages. So for the purpose of this, I want to eliminate both YouTube search results as well as the YouTube, the video partners on displayed networks. Now let's take a look at languages. If your product, your video, especially if it's music video, it feels more universal, you probably don't care that the primary language of your customers must speak. For Chris Voss, because the entire interview, it's about an hour long, and it isn't something that I would say, with the basic language skills, people with basic language skills or basic English will be necessarily interested in this. So I'm going to select English, but you can choose the languages that suits your video. Location, United States, but you can certainly select worldwide if you want to. And for us, English is this universal language almost for anybody living anywhere in the world. If they want to listen to this interview, I give them the permission. So let's take a look at content exclusion. I would say keep everything standard, inventory, standard, delivery, excluded content. None of this you really need to change much. Additional settings, devices, frequencies. I would say just have everything be standardized. And you can create something called an ad group name. So I want to use the same name as above. So I'm going to copy this. I don't think I'm going to create a ton of variations on the ad I'm running, so it's okay for the group name to be the same. Demographic, audience, I'm curious to learn based on the data I'm going to gather, so I'm not going to limit, household income, parental status, this really doesn't matter all that much to us. Keywords, ideas, again, topics, placements, any placements. So keywords and topics, I don't want to restrain them too much. I don't want to guess what they are. Instead, placement is where the magic happens. I'm going to place this interview, which is called, again, How Chris Teaches Negotiation to Women, Client Feedback with Tara Cardinal. I want to place this video on all the Chris Voss related interviews. So what it means is I'm going to, right here, search for Chris Voss. So you can literally search for specific names. And when you search for Chris Voss and you hit enter, you're going to see that there are 17 YouTube channels. You can click on that. So the first one, the Black Swan Group, is actually his company. So I do want to target videos on for his company. So one selected, as you can see, it's confirmed here, and you can see the type as well. So it's a YouTube channel. And next, I'm going to focus on the videos. So you may be wondering, okay, you're just selecting like crazy, and how many YouTube videos and channels do you think will be ideal? And I watched a bunch of videos and looking at other people's conversion rate, and it appears to be that you want to select, roughly 50 to 100 videos. And, depending on the content that you're aiming for, if you find more, I would say, if you have the time, go over 100, maybe aim for between 1 to 200. So that will give you a variety to really see, what works and what doesn't work. So I'm going to just quickly select a few things right here. Now we can go down to what's underneath placement is bidding. So maximum CPV bid. So this is really interesting. It's asking for your highest bid amount you're willing to pay for someone to view your video ad, and the standard is 10 cents, and most likely it's going to be lower than that. On average, could be 2 to 3 cents up to 5 cents. So I'm giving myself a maximum upper threshold of 10 cents. And what's down here below is top content bid adjustment. This means top content represents the best loved and most popular content on YouTube in the Google Display Network. And it's basically asking you to give it a threshold by increasing your bid by X amount. So again, without boring you with the details, 10% is pretty safe. I also did some of my research on this as well. Now, the next step is creating your video ad. And what that means is, what is the video you're trying to share? So come to your video. For me, you can do that by copying the URL. You can also use share and, copy this URL here. That's your video. And I'm going to go back to the video campaign and simply post my video here where I can see the thumbnail. And what you want to choose under video ad format is skippable in-stream ad. And as you can see, this is a mobile preview here, and you can look at what the desktop preview looks like. Perfect. Display URL and skip ad right here. And, it will say that what is the final URL you want to take people to. Click on this question mark here. The final URL is the URL that people reach after clicking your ad. It should match your ad, what your ad promotes. So for me, then, the final URL is where I want them to be, i.e., it's the actual interview I want them to listen to. But obviously, if this is a different type of video where you want to drive people to your YouTube channel, you can also do that. And therefore, the final URL should be your YouTube channel as opposed to the final video link. So as you can see, the moment I checked call to action here, you can see that there's a little blue button, and you can it kind of shows also my channel, Phase Roll Podcast. I don't think I need to do that, and you can leave everything else the same. And this ad name, I'm going to use the exact same name as what I've given this whole this campaign name. Again, it's just one ad. You can create multiple ads, obviously. All right, that is it. Let's confirm and create the campaign. Once it's created, congratulations, your campaign is ready. On ad approval, no goals selected, ad group, you can actually have preview to what you set up and what your bidding rate is, and click on continue to campaigns. Now you can see that there's another campaign called Voss and Cardinal interview on Facebook, which is exactly what we set up. And by clicking this on and off, you're able to see that particular ad that you set up. So you're able to see all the details exactly like what you have seen previously. And so, yeah, so this is it. What you're going to learn once again is if people don't watch your video for more than 30 seconds, you do not pay. And I love that option, and it really gives your channel and your content a lot of exposure. So hope you find this helpful. Please give us a thumbs up if you find it helpful, or thumbs down. Leave us a comment to see if we left anything else out, and good luck. I would love to learn more about your campaign and if this method really helped you move along and what type of artist you are. I love to build a community here at Phase World, and I know it can be very challenging to be an independent creator. So I pray for you, good luck, and I hope to hear from you. See you in the next video.